Sound check. Sound check. They took all of my tags. Come on now. Okay. This is going to take a little longer than normal for me to begin this live stream because they removed my tags. It's interesting because there's certain things they don't want people to talk about. Okay, now where are I? That's crazy. How did they just take all of the tags? Really? Oh my God. As soon as I start up every time. Okay. Who is it? I guess those are enough, maybe, for the right ones. I mean, okay. Hello, welcome here to Can Angels Fly, Tarot and More. My name is Nancy, and today I'm here to expose who Elon Musk is. Before I begin, I'd like to submit some disclaimers. And the disclaimers are the information that I share in these type of videos, which are my interpretation of key figures at this point in time in the history of humanity, such as politicians and different things like that. What I share here is not my opinion, but it is how I ended up interpreting the information that was offered in the birth charts the birth chart I can access for any given person. Now, the accuracy of any given birth chart, I cannot verify. I'm just using the tools that's offered to me. I first began this little series here when I just by chance looked at Joe Biden's birth chart, found some really interesting information. And then I followed up by reading Donald Trump's birth chart and found some really interesting information. After that, I looked at Kamala Harris. Once again, what? Very intriguing information. And so I've gotten quite curious, again, about these key figures that are being imposed into our consciousness and awareness at this point in time in the history of humanity. Who are these people? End of disclaimer. Let's see. I guess the first thing I can do, or the next thing I can do, is announce that I am a tarot reader. So if you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, you can do so by contacting me by email. My email is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. The information that you need to order your own personal tarot reading is below this video. I ask you to please share my channel with others, to like my content, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay. Hopefully today I can get on a wave and ride it and get this information out. But I did want to rant a little bit before I begin, and what I'm ranting about is what I'm finding as I interpret these various influential people in our world today. I've begun to draw a correlation about what I'm picking up in these people's charts. Let me try to explain. For many, many years, I wondered who were these different gods and different characters talked about in mythology and different things like that, and folklore. And since I began to interpret these various influential people's birth charts, it seems like I'm starting to identify some of these well-known characters associated with folklore and Greek mythology and different things like that. A term that keeps coming up when I decode their birth charts is reincarnation. Reincarnation. One character was, it seemed like a reincarnation of the biblical figure. Who was that? The biblical figure. I almost had it. Saint John, John the Baptist, and who's also Elijah. Another person seemed like they were possibly an incarnation of the dragon talked about in the Bible as well. Then a couple of readings I did just revealed that the characters, these influential characters in our world today, were just mere people like ourselves. Each of them basically confronted with choosing to side with either righteousness or evilness. And that's what it seemed like. And I noticed also in these chart interpretations that I'm doing, for the people that are human, I guess like mostly human beings, and made a choice, it really begins to focus on how they were misled or improperly influenced, or a more trendy term is how they actually sold their soul to the devil. And so all of these different concepts are, really piquing my curiosity. So I continue to look. Today, as you can see, I'm doing Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the CEO of SpaceX. So I'm going to begin to talk about him a little bit, and maybe rant a little bit later. So, all right. Based on, well, let me say this. Elon Musk was born in Africa on June 28th, 1971. The actual time of his birth is unknown, but I think that I may have figured it out. I'm not sure, but I think I did, which means I may have been able to narrow some some of the information that I'll share with you down. But even without the known time of birth, I can still come see a story associated with this person's soul. And just for the record, Elon Musk is reported to be, as far as in Chinese astrology, a metal pig. So here I go. Excuse me, I forgot to get me something to drink. But I'm try real hard to fly through this. Let's see. It is possible that Elon Musk is somewhat of a homebody and finds safety at home. And he values the power of his will. And I'll explain that a little later and make that make sense. It says, when I say it, I'm talking about my notes. I'm just going to read my notes. And if I feel the need to clarify what I was writing in these notes, because they're not always perfect, I will do so. It says, although friendly and knowledgeable, Elon Musk is a loner. He is a paradox. That is to say, shy or an aloof socialist. How can you be shy and social at the same time? However it's achieved, Elon Musk is the person. What do I have here? For some reason, he limits his interaction and engagement with those spirits that are most familiar to him. He socializes in a very particular manner. He shares specific data in a very structured and direct way. Very careful in his selection of words, information, and delivery. He receives any shared information, that is to say, perceive and perception, in a very specific manner as well. After which he processes and compartmentalizes said data, absent from any further external stimuli. So let me try to clarify what I'm saying. I'm saying based on what I can pick up from the birth chart that was offered to me. Oh, Elon Musk. I forgot to say something. I wasn't in the most recent times when I've done these type of readings or videos, rather. I was able to access these influential people's birth charts on a website called excuse me, www.astrotheme.com. When I went to do Elon Musk, I couldn't. It was something. Yes, he was on there, but it was something else. Anyway, I incorporated another site, and the site is called Vault of Heaven. And I entered his birth information to help me refine his reading. Anywho, I forgot why I even brought that up, but I'm going to keep moving on. Oh, I was clarifying that based on my interpretation of Elon Musk's birth chart, however I retrieved it from whichever source, I feel like he's more of a homebody. He feels safer at home. Now, don't get me wrong. He is a friendly and very knowledgeable person. Uh, but it seems like he prefers to be alone. Now, Elon Musk is a part of a intimate social network of people like himself. I call them familiar spirits. And so there are moments that he will say must or is in the mood to join the group and to have communion, to have the exchange of information and uh, things like that. But um, when it's those moments that he is, I guess, like required to meet with the group or the network, I'm trying not to give information up before I get to it. He is very specific about how he interacts and have his exchanges with these familiar spirits. When he delivers any messages to the rest of his tribe, he's very exact, precise, direct. He gets it done. And he's very careful or cautious about the words that he uses and how he speaks. And he seems maybe a little more reserved than maybe any other member. And he also seems to have like a keen ear and receives whatever information is being offered to him. He makes note of it, however he does, and then he removes himself from the gatherings or a gathering. After which he continues to process what he's been, what has been shared with him, but is away from any additional stimuli, meaning away from the group, those familiar spirits, and maybe what do you call it, like the talking afterwards, when people talk over things, ponder things, acknowledge people for their work. It seems like he removes himself from that, and it's for a reason. Don't want to jump the gun. Let's see. And so he processes and compartmentalizes any received data. That is to say, he isolates himself from others. He withdraws, alienating himself. Even though he is, what did I write here? And I tried so hard to write neat. Even though he is prone to alienate himself abruptly from his peers, tribe, or familiar spirits, he practices and his practices and behaviors, such as withdrawing and alienating himself from his peers and um, tribe or familiar spirits, those type of practices and behaviors are deemed as normal for him by whom? His peers, and are accepted by his peers because they know that said practices and behaviors are his signature process. Let me try to once again clarify what I've written here or tried to write here in my notes. It seems like Elon Musk may be a little bit unorthodox in his social exchanges with his peers, those familiar spirits, his tribe. It almost seems like he doesn't always show up for the meetings or banquets, whatever they have. But there are times that he does or he must. And when he's there on a mission to give whatever information he's supposed to give, and to give whatever information he's supposed to get. Then he's right out the door. He goes into his own private space and he processes whatever information he has received. And it's that the alienation, the withdrawal, the alienation that is a part of his process, not being around too much, not engaging too much, not socializing too much. Um, and another part of his process is that he what withdraws or alienates himself, and he goes off and he finishes processing and again compartmentalizing the information that he has received. And so what I was trying to say is his peers, the tribe of the familiar spirits, um, that he has these exchanges with, know that Elon Musk has a particular or a very specific, quirky kind of unorthodox behavior or practices. And so they know he's going to come in and go out. They know that what he's doing when he's away, that he's processing this information, and he needs that quiet space, or that he needs to be like isolated or out of the zone of any outside stimuli for him to process it the way he processes information effectively. So they notice that he's a little quirky or weird or something like that, and they just look at it like, oh, that's just, Elon Musk. It was something else I was going to say. Anyway, back to my notes. So his practices and behaviors are deemed as normal for him and are accepted by his peers because they know that said practices and behavior are his signature, as a part of his signature process. This is how he functions. Or that is how he functions. Moreover, he has some anxieties surrounding social environments. Actually, it leads me, I don't know if this is the case, but it leads me to think that Elon Musk suffers from something called, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it's Asperger's, I do believe, syndrome. And Asperger's syndrome is a condition associated with autism. So what am I saying? What am I contending? I'm contending that Elon Musk may very well suffer from autism, but he suffers from the highest spectrum of autism. And in our field of psychiatry is, I think it's psychiatry, is Asperger's, I do believe, based on the information I was picking up on him, which suggests that he gets a little fidgety when he's around, again, his peers or tribe too much. And he's very precise and particular about what he says. And again, it's an anxiety that plagues him when he's socializing and having exchanging communication, things like that. And what he soon withdraws. And so I kind of feel like he is, again, suffers from autism. Let's see what else. Elon Musk has a remarkable support system. And his support system are his peers, those familiar spirits, his tribe. So Elon Musk has a remarkable support system, as they are what? His peers, familiar spirits, the tribe, the intimate social circle, social network. Each who are powerful and busy and influential people. Yet see and respect the contributions, talents, skills, and abilities Elon Musk brings to the network. Again, trying to clarify what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, even though Elon Musk might be somewhat of an unorthodox or strange character as far as his behavior and his social interaction style, his peers, those familiar spirits, his tribe, knows that he suffers from some type of social anxiety, or he's very, what is the word again? um, now I want to use another word. And he's unorthodox, but it's another word I want to use. But anywho, they know that that is a part of the condition that he has, or it almost seems like a limitation. When I was reading his chart, I started thinking about this character that once existed in the movies called the Rain Man. I really started thinking about the Rain Man. If you know that movie, then with Dustin Hoffman, I think his name was. The movie was about a man who suffered from autism, and he wasn't, in a day-to-day life, a high-functioning person, about basically being conscious about the everyday practical affairs, and really just taking care. I can't say he didn't take care of himself, but that was the issue. He couldn't really take care of himself. But he had this genius brain that could, I think, remember just about anything and calculate any number, amount, do any type of mathematics off the top of his head, but yet had difficulties in all the other areas of life. And so that's the kind of uh, issue, I guess I could say, that Elon Musk seems to have, or he's quite similar to it, based on what I was picking up out of his chart. And so these people, the tribe, they know this. They know he suffers from this condition, possibly Asperger's, I think it is called again. They know that he suffers from autism, and so they understand his behavior is a direct result of that. But and through all of it, whether he misses meetings or late, or so, have a moment in which he's not doing well or functioning at his highest capacity, they okay with it. They lay back and chill because it's a part of basically Elon Musk's creation process. So they give him all the support that he needs, and they feel like it's worth it because of what he ends up bringing to the table when he does come back. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to start reading again. It says they understand in intricate details that Elon Musk is Elon Musk. So they are patient and nurturing to him as he transverses through his process that eventually allows him to be grounded once again. It says they who, the peers, the group, the club, the tribe that he belongs to, all over his abilities, powers to will, his powers of will and psychic abilities. I'll read that again. It says they all over his ability. Am I reading that right? They all over his abilities, powers to will, and psychic abilities. I don't know if I'm reading that right. It's going to get better interesting, y'all. Hello, how are you? Uh, Lula and Tesla. Uh, have you done a birth chart on Michelle Obama and Mike Pence? Yeah, no, I have not. And I was thinking about it. I really was. I said, but since they've already come and gone, should I? Because I started thinking about, I was like, all the presidents of the past, we don't know what number 46 now, all 45 other presidents. I'd have thought about it. I'd have thought about Michelle Obama. Uh, but what I did do, and I'm going to come back probably right after this one, is make another live. I did the birth chart of our head of defense. I guess he's like the general of over the military or whatever, head of the Department of Defense. I did it on him. Interesting findings as well. Hi, GD. How are you? Y'all be missing y'all sometime when y'all talking because I end up on a whole nother page. So I'm not trying to be rude. Not at all. But it just depends on how popular these series this series is. The very first one is done fairly well. So I'm continuing, and I'm trying to be more. I'm spending a lot more time on each now because I don't want to get it wrong. Because the one with Donald Trump was disturbing to a lot of people as well as myself, and so I just been constantly thinking over it in my mind. And I was like, I can't make no mistakes if I'm gonna do this. And I look, you know, reflected back over the one I did for Donald Trump, and fairly close. Only thing I think I could tweak is that maybe he was biased, but I originally didn't get that. Maybe that he's biased. He's here for a particular tribe of people to move them forward, but that's not what I got. So it is what it is. We'll see. We will see. Okay, I digress from that, and I continue with Elon Musk. What have we learned about Elon Musk so far? Well, we learned that he is number one, a CEO of SpaceX. The next thing is that he's more like a homebody. He feels safer at home. However, he is an influential figure at this point in time, and he does collaborate with his peers and tribe. However, it seems like it is sometimes a challenge for him to do so. So when he does, he is very specific about how he interacts with them. He's in and he's out. It seems like he alienates himself, and he has this a process that he goes through. And as I was stating, I think that he's suffers from autism, and that is the complication. So that which complicates his social interactions or exchanges, making it a little more difficult or frustrating, or leads him to maybe have anxiety in some way, and maybe at times not be able to truly speak or articulate his ideas and or well receive others. And so, but even though Elon Musk seems to have this type of challenge, his comrades really acknowledge, appreciate, and support him. They allow him to go through whatever necessary process he needs to go through, because they know when he coming out with something quite priceless. Let's see. Let's see. Now reading. All right. Oh, why didn't I write here? Oh, I have a site written in my notes, and it's www.verywellmind.com. And in my notes, I have written here, abnormal, even unnatural stimulation achieved by the cognitive thought processing. So, yeah, what is cognitive thought processing? So, what am I saying there before I go any further? I'm saying, just like with the character Rain Man, where that person, Dustin Hoffman, I do believe, suffered some form of autism and therefore had limitations in many aspects of life. There was one aspect of life he did not have any limitations at all. And that was, again, I think the ability to calculate any number or do any form of mathematics, well exceeding genius level. So when I was reading Elon Musk's chart, again, it seemed like it showed that he too suffers from autism, just like that character. So that's the loss. Those are the challenges. Those are the hurdles. But he also has something on the total opposite side of the spectrum. He has an enhanced cognitive thought process, an enhanced cognitive thought process. And so I'm going to read a definition of what cognition is, and I got it from where? Wikipedia, y'all. And I'm doing so for a reason. I'm going somewhere with this because these findings were real interesting. But I go back and focus back on his advanced cognitive thought process, because he is stimulated by it. And I don't mean sexually, maybe, but I don't mean sexually. I mean, it's a stimulation. He's stimulated in that area. Like, it just goes off the chart, off the radar. So let's talk about cognation. This is how cognation is described from Wikipedia, I do believe, or that site I gave. I don't know how I've been writing these notes. Cognation is a term referring to mental process involved in gaining knowledge and comprehension. These cognitive processes include thinking, knowing, remembering, judging, and problem solving. These are higher level functions of the brain and encompass language, imagination, perception, and planning. Elon Musk, his cognitive abilities transcend any openly known or recorded status of what? A person's cognitive abilities. Again, he's off the Richter scale. His cognitive abilities are superior, so superior that even a genius' cognitive abilities are perceived as naught or nothing. I repeat, because this is where it started really, really getting good. I'm talking about Elon Musk now. What am I doing? I've been interpreting his birth chart. It says that Elon Musk, his cognitive abilities are so superior that even a genius' cognitive abilities are perceived as naught or nothing. He who, Elon Musk, possesses the will and power of mentalism. It got so deep. Now that we know what Elon Musk brings to the table, which is this extraordinary cognitive thought processing, we also come to understand what contributions they, who, the peers, the familiar spirits, the tribe, receive from working. Oh, I think this will be waiting patiently. Oh, working and waiting patiently on such a spirit. Let me try to clarify. Whew. Now, as I've said over and over again, Elon Musk seems to have some socialization challenges, hurdles, possibly suffering from autism, in which he seems to get a little nervous around people. Not that he's afraid of them. It's just hello, Asia. It's just a natural response. It's a syndrome that he suffers. I do think he suffers from. Do I know this 100%? No, I don't. This is my interpretation of Elon Musk's birth chart. But the people, the powers that he works with, know that Elon Musk suffers from this type of syndrome, and therefore he has to go through a whole process. At times he may not be present or on deck, or active, but they know what's actually taking place. It's possible that that anxiety that he suffers is a part or onset of his the enhancement or transcendence of his cognitive thought process, in which he gets so. I just kind of see in my mind's eye like the explosions that happen in outer space, deep space and sparks of gold flying when his cognitive thought process is activated, and he needs to be away or removed because he's going through his own unique process, a process that is beyond genius, and is guaranteed to bring the best to the people whom he work with. So they support him, and they wait patiently for him to go through that process. So what else do they receive? I'm not even saying that right. Let me start reading that note again. Say my 9-year-old son has a high functioning autism. Which one? It says now, I'm about to repeat my notes and read them, because for some reason I can't just read them and then clarify later. Now that we know what Elon Musk brings to the table, which is, that high cognitive thought process, which is mentalism, we also come to understand what contributions they received from working or waiting patiently with such a spirit. What they receive is foreknowledge. A clear, and when I talk about, right now I'm about to talk about the tribe, the group, the familiar spirits that are associated with Elon Musk. What do they actually get? We know what Elon Musk has now. He has what? The advanced cognitive thought process. He is a mentalist. So as a direct result of his abilities, his superhuman powers, what does that tribe or clan get? What are the benefits they get? And it is foreknowledge. They get foreknowledge. So right now I'm going to talk about like what foreknowledge allots them. It is a clear course to advance. Remember, these people are the powers that are governing over the masses. And Elon Musk's contribution of being able to offer foreknowledge allows them the powers to know how to move. But more specifically, a clear course to advance, awareness of obstacles or any other unexpected interferences, and or any adjustments made by outside forces to hamper desired progress. So I'll try to clarify what I mean. I'm saying, hey, Elon Musk, after he come out his process, he has awareness. And that awareness is foreknowledge. He knows where all the obstacles at, the hurdles. He knows how to direct them to bypass any, hurdles or obstacles or anything like that. He knows how to successfully direct them. It goes on. It gets good. It says, as a direct result of these types of advantages, what kind of advantage? Advantages. Being able to see the course clearly, just totally missing all obstacles in relationship to what? Ruling over the masses, or being able to adjust or recalibrate themselves at a moment's notice in order to offset what the masses might do, so they can continue on to their destination, to fulfilling their destination. It says, so as a direct result of these type of advantages, Elon Musk and his tribe are able to dominate and control the direct I try so hard. Elon Musk and his tribe are able to dominate and control and direct the consciousness of the masses. I'm going to try to read that one more time. Because of what Elon Musk brings to the table, Elon Musk and his tribe are able to dominate, control, and direct the consciousness of the masses. Let's see. It makes total sense. Elon probably having autism, the way you're explaining it is extremely articulate. I'm not doing too bad. Thank you for letting me know. Because I sure enough feel like I'm tripping over my tongue. But it gets better, y'all. Yeah. Who is Elon Musk? Who is he really? Okay. I'm reading my notes. We'll see how it goes. And the people, the masses, are none the wiser. None the wiser what? That these people can dominate, control, and direct the consciousness of the masses. The people, the masses, us. we're none the wiser, as they are directed, as we are directed into the future. Elon Musk is a mentalist. And let's talk about the abilities of a master mentalist. Remember, when I was talking about Elon Musk cognitive thought process, remember, he's in a literally experience, a process alone. He's isolated. And imagine all these cosmic, him being out in the cosmos, literally, mentally, and the dark and the void of the of space, and gold flakes fly off everywhere, because it says he's stimulated, he's highly stimulated, and that when he get hit that peak of his cognitive thought process, it transcends anything we know of in this world. That's what it says. It transcends any cognitive thought process we know in this world, and that is recorded. That's to say, he outdo any genius we think we know. So, okay. So right now, we about to talk about Elon Musk and how he's a mentalist and what are mentalists capable of doing. Remember, he's a master mentalist. And so the abilities of a master mentalist are, get ready, y'all. I ain't even finished writing them. I got tired. Hypnosis, telepathy, clairvoyance, divination, precognition, psychokinesis, mediumship, mind control, memory feats, deduction, rapid mathematics, like the Rain Man. Hello. Psychic, conjuring supernatural forces, read body language, hyper intuition, subliminal communications. And that's those subliminal communications kept coming up in my readings the year before last and in last year, saying they have activated all these things. Who? The powers that activated all these things on the masses. Anywho, I'm sorry. I'm still talking about what mentalists are capable of doing. Expanding reality is an illusionist. They have extrasensory powers. Spiritualists, seers, they're oracles, and they have a photographic memory. And I stopped writing. So what am I saying? When Elon Musk goes in this trance, this trance, he's capable of doing all these things on a on a divine level, And when he comes out of this divine level, Elon Musk has retrieved information that no earthly person knows of. He has morphed or distorted our reality. And I better not say nothing, because I still got more. Because I'll start talking about to unveil their Luciferian plan. Elon Musk will put everyone in a mass trance. That's what he's capable of doing. And make us all think there is an alien invasion coming. And this, let me stop here. I got to divert for a minute, because I'll forget. And what I'm about to talk about is how we've been hearing about, I think it was supposed to be Project Bluebeam or something, where they fake an alien invasion here on this earth. Y'all know I think something else about it, about an alien invasion. Watch my video talking about me talking about Tesla and whatever it's called, me talking about Tesla, because I saw some stuff. But anyway, so we're gonna say it's called Project Bluebeam, in which they are supposed to make a projection and simulate an alien invasion here on this world, right? I got to thinking about that too. Then I also thought about, I'm not informed. I be researching for real, y'all. I'm nosy. I'm nosy. I will come back. You triggering me. And I was thinking about also how, see, you made me forget. It's your fault too. I'll be forgetting. The aliens and, And I was thinking about the internet, and I was like, it's so interesting to me that in all of my schooling, I had computer 101 science, but I'm talking about from the, what they call it, the foundation, when they first building something up. I never was offered that. I know computers were developed long before me. My mom never talked about it. When she first saw a computer, she was shocked. So I can't think of anybody. I only know one person that was in computers. Uh, but out of all the people I've ever known, I don't know anybody that know in detail about computers from the floor up, so to say. I'm talking about how they harness the waves to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or even the microwave. How do they harness the waves to do it? And so I always thought about things like that, Project Bluebeam and harnessing the waves. And people talk about being gang stalked and hearing sounds. I'm one too, hearing these sounds and the vibrations in the air. After I did Elon Musk natal chart, I started thinking, is it possible that this internet really does not exist? See, I want to say the way I know, but I don't know nothing about how the internet even functions on the World Wide Web. I don't understand how that whole thing functions. Where is it at? You know, so I'm starting to think that where is it at doesn't never really existed, but it is Elon Musk and maybe other Elon Musk and others like him that are running this mother sucker. That's actually what I started thinking. So like if Project Beam did go down with the alien invasion, uh, and it was merely a projection and didn't really happen, uh, I'm trying to jump all over the place. Then it's people like Elon Musk that actually sit up and go into these trances that morph our reality, because it talks about how him as a mentalist is able to morph our reality. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back. I'm not. You please chime in. I'll get it together eventually. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so I talked about all the capabilities of the mentalist. Let me see. Picking up, reading my notes. What I'm about to share here came from Wikipedia somewhere. Oh, yeah. See, I be trying to cut out parts of my research in order to shorten up my videos, and it just messes my notes up. So he says he is able to, talking about who, Elon Musk, is suspend your beliefs, your and my beliefs, just the general populace belief. He's able to suspend your beliefs, make you ignore natural law, and compel your imagination to run away with you. That is a quote from within a article in Wikipedia, and I can't. I wish I could really show y'all how I research. If I ever get a fair amount of people and people are interested of it in it, I will take you step by step. But I'll be on this mug 8, 10, 12 hours researching. I'll be playing. I'll be all over the place. So I know a lot of art people will argue like, how you know this? How you know this? I can show you how I did it. And I don't play. I don't play. Anyway. Anywho, what I end up revealing or finding out as I did continue my research, when dealing with, once I saw mentalism, I was like, that I remember mentalism going with something. I was like, was it the natural laws? It was the hermetic principles. The hermetic principles. And so then I jumped and I said, let me go research this hermetic principle stuff again about mentalism and whatever else it was about. And I was like, it's possible. It is possible based on my research that Elon Musk is also a reincarnate. He's a reincarnation of Hermes Trismegistu. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'll spell it for you. So we know we're talking about the Hermetic principles, and he's possibly a reincarnation of Hermes. Here's the last name spelled Trismegistu. tries me gets maybe. And then I just wrote some other little side notes. It says Hermes, the thrice greatest. The thrice greatest. What does that mean? I forgot to go into that. But that's talking about like he's been great 3 times. Like he's been incarnated 3 times. And who knows how he has been incarnated 3 times by time he's referred to Hermes. So Hermes is also the Greek god. But he also is depicted in Egyptian as an Egyptian god, Thoth, Thoth. What am I saying? I'm saying whether it's Hermes or Thoth or whomever, I do believe that Elon Musk is a reincarnate of Hermes and is the creator of the original Hermetic principle and a master mentalist coming into this world at this point in time, or when he was born. What was he born? Was it 1971? I was mad. By the time I finished his, I was really mad. I was pissed. I was like, I'm sitting up in here struggling, and this mother sucking and reincarnated in here. Oh, I was cussing and fussing. Yeah, he's born 1971. Okay. Just reincarnate. Okay. Finishing my notes. Elon Musk is very pleased with whom he truly is, which is a mentalist. Hermes, possibly Hermes. Elon Musk is pleased existing in this time and space. Elon Musk is very pleased with his capabilities of performing the works that he does. He's also pleased with his part to alter the mindset of humanity. And maybe and he's last but not least, he's also pleased that he's able to herd humanity into the desired future. What? Using his abilities. Last but not the least, and I think I'm going to come back after this, I end Elon Musk and do this United States Secretary of Defense person, because that one was a little crazy. It was a little crazy. Last but not least, as far as Elon Musk, it says, by his ways, by way of his extraordinary connection with the cosmos, subconscious of man, his ability to be in reality or what one perceives as reality at his will. Okay, what was I saying? I'm saying that Elon Musk, he feels some type of way about himself. He is very happy and pleased with whom he is, even if in this physical incarnation if he does suffer from autism. He's okay with that, because it does not stop him from tapping into who he is. He truly is what I believe is Hermes, who is a master mentalist. And he's happy that he can be here at this point in time, which I find interesting. Oh, don't forget Nancy. At this point in time, especially in the history of humanity, he's happy he knows how to manipulate our minds and bend our reality and to deceive us by creating illusions. He is. This is the part. How do I supposed to say this? But remember, I was saying when he goes through that process where he's stimulated and is at its height, and it's like his mind is in the void of the darkness of space. The void is where all consciousness exists. That's what I'll be talking about, where he know how to go at will, occupy that space of the void of all consciousness. That means of anything that ever was, is, and will be, and ain't even thought of yet exists. He knows how to go there. And not only there, he knows how to go into the subconscious of man. These are all the talents and skills he holds. So he's a real really important member um, to his tribe, which are also brilliant people. But I don't think to this level. I think Elon Musk brings a unique gift, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And it's how he's able to bend reality and what one perceives as reality at his will. So hopefully that made sense. But I was saying, hey, Elon Musk. I ain't being funny. I wish I could, you know, share my findings the way my mind see it when I'm going through the research and trying to write all the notes and going through my emotional response to what I find out. But could you imagine? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. That I didn't. In that video I was talking about, where I talked about Tesla Energy or whatever it was. I didn't even know about Elon Musk. I learned about Elon Musk in the last 5 or 7 years, whenever he really started trending. I had no idea who he was. I'm from a generation that I grew up learning about as Thomas Edison. I ain't never heard about no Elon Musk, and I talked about it in that video. And now then, how all of a sudden he was popped up and was imposed into my consciousness. Next thing I know, he was attached to Tesla cars and Tesla Energy. Then the next thing I know, he was flying a car to outer space. Who is this fool? And I say that it's just like how he's, again, popped up in our consciousness. I've, communicated with a few people that recall hearing about him, but most people did not. His daddy owns diamond mines in Africa. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the diamonds, but I know, he's from Africa, so that makes sense. Born in Africa. But could you imagine a child being born? This is the story I have going on in my mind about Elon Musk. A child is born. The parents find out this child is suffers from autism, and I mean, they know who they're creating. I do believe that. I think these people know who they are creating a vessel for. Opening their portal up to and making a vessel for to manifest in this world. But when they come out, they don't know what type of glitches are going to accompany that body, if there will be any at all. They probably don't even know at times if that vessel, the physical body of these reincarnating entities and gods, these are the gods and stuff, if the body's going to survive, or not. But like little Elon Musk comes in the world, and the only deficiency or disorder that he has is the autism, but still is able to tap into his source of who he is. And again, partnering with and working and collaborating with the other powers, behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on, is what the birth chart seems to say, is that this fool is bending our reality. He's causing us to, remember they said that we're supposed to be, in the Bible says it's going to be this age of deception. He's one of the ones that can deceive us through his sheer will, and able to tap into any type of consciousness at his will, and to pull it from out of the void into our reality. I mean, all of these things he can do. And that's why the powers love him and accept him and is patient with him, because they know what he brings to the table is priceless. He's the one that, people like him, I'm assuming there are others like him, but he is the one that allows the powers to be able to, even he can, again, has foreknowledge. So like like what I'm talking about now, I know it's real wild, and a lot of people doubt, what I'm sharing. But say ride this wave with me. Hypothetical case scenario. I'm 100% right. And not to say, how can I say? It's how I read the charts that may be revealing new messages, and the masses find out, is what I'm saying. about people like Elon Musk or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or whomever. And we say, okay, we got to do something about these people who are really gods and deities. Gods, and I'm talking about different type of gods. Oh, I'm about to diverse. Hurry up, Nancy. Don't forget. Y'all type in American gods. American gods. I got to talk about, and hope I remember. You know, and we move to try to do something to liberate ourselves from them and their folly and their manipulation, but they're already ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he offers them. That was deep to me. That was deep. I want to say American Gods. And I think I tried to tap in on this earlier. American Gods. I'm just using that as a reminder. As I've been reading for each of these prominent characters that exist in our on our world stage today, I've noticed that these people are corresponding, like Joe Biden corresponds with, it seems like, the dragon in the King James Version Bible. Kamala Harris seems like she corresponds with the beast talked about in the Bible. So I was like, okay, Nancy, when I was doing my work, you being biased. Because why is everything corresponding with the Bible? Even though, and what's his name? Donald Trump, also a character in the Bible. But when dealing with Kamala Harris, which was interesting to me because she's supposed to be a Indian culture or nationality, whatever it is, that she also aligned with their deity. What deity was that? Shiva. Shiva, the destroyer. The 13th, either it was the 12th or the 13th incarnation of Shiva. Ooh, excuse me. And so now talking about Elon Musk, now I'm not associating him with any biblical figure. I'm now associating with him based on what I read in his chart, decoded out of his chart, is he is aligned with that Hermes person, you know, and the one that created the Hermetic laws that it's been trending. That's another thing that is on my mind. It's probably going to overwhelm my mind. Is you say we are all gods? Let me make a statement. I hear that people say that a lot, and over my last few years, from my studies, I found that some entity, I'll just say some because they change. Entities were saying these humans are dumb. And I kept saying it over and over again. They said, y'all dumb as shit. I mean, and it was not directed to any one race. It's like, y'all just dumb. I guess it's like humans. Y'all just really dumb. And when I did Elon Musk's birth chart, talking about his transcending cognitive thought process in this was the word stimulation. Again, I tried to give you a verbal description of how I envisioned it with all of these sparks. I mean, just literally transcending beyond all things that we are conscious of. I understand why all that time and all these years it kept coming back saying them some dumb people. And then it was another entity or a set of information that I got that said, hey, this is the time right now. Tell the people to increase their knowledge base. That's the time period in which I did the videos on the IQ. And I was told the IQ doesn't even exist. I was like, okay. That's what I was told. That's what I did. But now it's starting to make sense to me. It's saying, hey, get your IQ up. You getting left behind. You know, so all of this stuff I've been studying is starting to make sense to me. I don't know if it's making sense to nobody else. I don't know if nobody else think I'm playing. Everybody think I'm playing or not. But it makes a lot of sense to me. And what I would like, if I could have it my way, is for professional, because I'm an amateur, professional astrologers to really take a look. And I understand it's a whole lot of work. Because like I said, on his, I might have spent 4-5 hours at least interpreting the chart to get the information I got. So I understand the demand that reading a chart has on a person. But if I didn't, I'm saying I tapped into something. I know I'm not the first person in the world. But how can I say this? I put like this. I think there are people out here that know these things that I'm saying. I done did 4 or 5 of them. Now I can't be all wrong. I've made at least a dozen predictions since I've been here on YouTube. Some people notice them, some people don't. Full-fledged predictions of which I say exactly what the fuck it is gonna be, and it comes in to be. So I can't be that wrong, even though I'm an amateur. I can't be that wrong. And so I just wish that there was somebody, you know, I could collab with that, you know, can check me, fact check me, and do all that. Because I'm saying that because if this is the case, that these people are incarnates of, and or any given influential figure is a person who has been improperly influenced or possessed and now are evil, that could be beneficial to mankind. You know what I'm saying? Because, and this is another thing I want to point out. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. Y'all know I can't help but Aquarius rant. I'm gonna read the chat in a minute. You made me forget, Jay. J for Josh. Nancy, to read their chart, do you need their time of birth? The time of birth helps me to get a more detailed chart because I know that where things are sitting as far as the houses, you know, or their positions in the sky. But the actual birth time is not needed, not to get the themes. The themes. But it's very, very helpful. God created man in his image and likeness. So God created man in his image. And we create through our imagination. So as a man thinks, so shall he be. I hear you. Yeah, July 18th, 67. Nope, that's too much. Now, do you know how much astrologers charge to read birth charts? $1,000, $1,500. It'd be like some crazy stuff. I live in Detroit, so I went down to Wayne State one time. I went down to Wayne State and I came back. I came on back. I said I came on back. That stuff is expensive. Nancy, do you believe Musk is operating out of light, dark, or neutral energy? I'm gonna tell you the answer to that question is directly related to this character Thoth. Well, Thoth too. This character Hermes. Hermes, what is it? Tries me Gistu. That one. Study that figure. And I don't think that's the crazy thing. Again, it's not just like I was trying to say the religious characters. It's the Indian gods, and that's why I'm saying American gods. It's not just the Christian Bible characters and creatures. It was popping up. It's the other cultures' gods that's popping up. And it's not just that. It's normal people. And if they've been improperly influenced or not. And what was their, what's their vice being that led them to choose to be unrighteous. So as far as this Elon Musk may possibly as a reincarnate of Hermes, well, I said all that because Hermes, what I got from the character, what I got about the character is I don't see him as dark or light. It just is who he is, and he does what he does. And it's like, that's his contribution. That's his superhuman power. And so again, it's not bad or good. He's just is who he is. So he practices these things. He does these things. But when it's in, I guess, like, how can I say this? If my theory is right, that Elon Musk is a reincarnated of Hermes, and he's a mentalist, and he can create a reality, bend it at will. What if our reality did not exist if not for Elon Musk or that Hermes archetype? existed to keep it going. Or I can say that a different way. Maybe we wouldn't have the internet if it wasn't for Hermes reincarnate as what? Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? So is it bad or is it good? It's how it's used. Is what I'm trying to get down to. It be how it is used. All Hermes cares about is actually having the opportunity. Like, remember when I was interpreting chart, says he says he's pleased. Elon Musk or Hermes is pleased to exist in this time and space, to even have this opportunity, to be accepted by, oh, I know what I'm going to keep on to say, by the gods in order to execute his abilities. He's so pleased. And what I'll keep on to say and keep forgetting is, he's so pleased. God dang it, I forgot it again. I hate when that happens. I'll look past. Let me read this chat because my mind going everywhere. Let's see. Explain. Okay, that makes sense. Truly okay. Hey, Nancy. I'm intrigued by Elon. It's great to see you talk about him. Well, thank you very much. And thank you for dropping by once again. Elon Musk will put everyone. Okay, I read that to him. Fail their Luciferian plan. Yes, Project Bluebeam. Okay, that was it. You're so on for an. Sorry. Okay. Consistently reincarnating with excellence. I like the LOL, Nancy. That's funny. He's consistently reincarnating with excellence. While we out here struggling. That's what made me mad. When I say I got seriously pissed. Like you get to keep your consciousness, Hermes or Elon Musk, and you get to come in here again. Just like Joe Biden, you get to keep your consciousness as the dragon and come back in here. And I had to start over again. And here I am struggling in the middle of a pandemic. I almost cussed. So I had a real funky attitude about what I found. But yeah, and they reincarnate with the excellence. And it's because they are not human. See, that's why I keep saying, don't forget it, the gods. I did a video, which video was it, where I talked about, it was President-elect Biden and Kamala Harris yield to the gods. That's the name of that video that last year I did. President-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris yield to the gods. Now, mind you, everything I'm doing is step by step by step. I'm not planning it. It's just based on what I research in the moment or I'm led to. Y'all hear me do the Aquarius rants where stuff happening in my life like synchronicities, and I'm cussing and fussing about these synchronicities, and they end up having to or is directly related to what is going on or about to occur. So in that video, I talked about how they yield to the gods. And I keep saying, hey, y'all, it seemed like in a couple of videos I've made, hey, it just seemed like some off-world stuff going here. I tell you, I just drop my pen when I get to the off-world stuff because it's a little far out there for me. I've gotten to the edge where I start talking about reptilians and eating people, and I was like, pull back. I told y'all the only thing I knew about a reptilian or a dragon-like being or a gator being is what my mama told me because she was an abductee. That's what she told me. I'm like, okay. I told you my mom was a serious, sounded mind person, so I have no reason to doubt her, but neither have I had the experience. So, when I was doing the research, all I could think about was what she told me, and then it was the time where I told y'all, again, when I was doing Tesla, I think it's called Tesla. Me talking about Tesla, the RH negative blood, and something. And I told y'all about the time I experienced or witnessed the watermark on the dollar. And I told y'all the whole story and how it showed dragons or something chasing people down trying to eat them. I said the next time I seen any imagery like that, any imagery like that was I was sitting up and my son had got one of these new smart TVs and the screensaver thing was running across, and it's a part of that scenery running across that screensaver where I think the sky is more purple, the backdrop is a silhouette or black, and you can see a dragon and spacecraft coming out. And I say, well, what would make them put that there? Because it looked like the scene I saw on that dollar. You know what I'm saying? So my point of, I think, rambling, doing all that, is saying that what I'm pulling up in these people charts is not all of any culture at all. So it makes sense to me why there's so many different variations of these stories, and these variations, you know, by culture. You know, you go over to China, they talk about the similar character, or you go over to India, they talk about a similar character. You know, like, I don't know, I can't remember. My memory is weak. But in one culture, it might be a jinn. In another culture, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a monkey or something like that. That's similar to a jinn. And so, it'd be the same archetype. You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like pulling these archetypes from everywhere in doing this. And I really don't know how to explain it. But that's what's happening to me. And it's really shocking. It's intriguing. In some ways, I feel empowered because I thought through my works that, again, I was dealing with gods, like in that title, or aliens, and I put it in another title. This is showing what I thought, and is identifying who is what archetype manifests in the physical at this point in time in our physical worldly experience. Hope that makes sense, y'all. But thank you for coming here to Can Angels Fly Tarot and more, and allowing me to share my findings about Elon Musk's birth chart. At this time, I'm going to finish reading the chart. I mean, what's the card? Not chart, chat. And then I'm going to end this live stream. You said, yes, you from the Chi? From Chicago? Oh, no, that's too much hard work. You have me over here sweating. Y'all should see me with my research. I done tried to research some things here online. But just not enough people follow me or watch me, which I find so interesting, because I seen a person. I don't even know who they are, what race they are, because all you see is their desk, and their desk is immaculate, but it's got a lot of stuff on it, but it's immaculate. It's very orderly, and I don't even know what they're studying, but they're studying something major, like law or something. They get these big books, and they write notes and doing everything, and all they do is have the camera aimed on their desk. They don't even talk. They're just write, and hundreds of people be there. I'm like, wow. Can't even really see what they're writing, but they write, and they going through the book, they read, and doing whatever. I was like, I be on here wanting to show everybody how I do stuff step by step. So if it's anybody that want to challenge me, the door is wide open. Come challenge me. But a person that stepped to me and challenged me, all I ask them to do is teach me. If I did something wrong, show me, because I want to do it right. I ain't never been I've been alive. I said I ain't never lied. Lord knows I done lied. I'm like, what her name? Oprah Winfrey and the Color Purple Lotus knows I lied. But not on stuff like this. Nancy, I find your research extremely intriguing, and we'll be starting my own research soon. All right, let me know, Josh, what you find. Maybe we could collaborate on something. I don't know. I haven't met nobody really here on YouTube that want to. I guess I said, well, maybe I'm too juvenile, with all my colors and images and pictures and silliness and stumbling over my words. Nobody want to collab with me. And I thought it was the Kabbalah at first. I did. Kabbalah. Oh, no, that's not the same thing. I thought it was the Kabbalah, but you're reading it now? Okay. Okay. I done tapped into so much stuff, but I get what you're saying. It's legions of us. It's a frequency that we can all connect with. I be about with laughing my butt off, but on point. Reptilians are real. Based on what I'm seeing, they are real. And I wouldn't be shocked if they were to literally pop up. Like that Project Blue Beam, where a simulation of aliens come. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about if I see something on this ground biting folk, and then I'm be upset because I know what I know what I saw, and since that day I ain't figured out how I would handle them. You know, I wouldn't know what to do with it. And what I saw weren't gators. What my mom described to me were like crocodile people standing up. But what I saw on that dollar and on that TV that day, the screensaver would be. I can't go past one of them smart TVs now without watching that screensaver go by. Just watch it. Y'all see what I'm talking about? And seeing that dinosaur. It's that same dinosaur. Same dinosaur. And I told y'all in that image, in that watermark, it was big angels up. And one of them was standing over a man, like you see in art, about to slay him. And the man was like, ah. It was dragons walking and stomping all on people. Now, what would make them put that as a watermark on the back of a dollar? Please, somebody tell me that. Or the Passion of Christ. When I say Passion of Christ, when he got the throne, what's this thing called? The crown of thorns on his head, and the blood, is cutting in his head. What would make them put that on a dollar? What does that mean? Yesterday, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm just really starting to ramble now. I couldn't find anything to watch. I think I done watched everything that has ever come out. But I did see one movie, and I said I've seen it before, but I'm gonna go to it soon. I save like my favorites for last, or something I enjoy for last when I just can't take it no more. So last night I was to the point I couldn't take it no more, and so I clicked on, what's that man that? What? I can see this man face. What is his name? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. God dang it. Da Vinci Code. I think it was the Da Vinci Code. He was Devil, Angels, and Demons, or it was Da Vinci Code. I think it was the Angels and Demons one. And when I was watching that, I was thinking about that dollar that day. I was like, we don't know it. We don't take stuff seriously. I think we've been another way we've been socially engineered not to take things seriously, not to be serious minded, not to be literally scholars. What if humans wanted to have a reasonable experience in this world, it called for the bulk of humanity to be scholarly, in all their dealings. Maybe we are too silly is what I'm getting. Because what I'm picking up from these gods of the various cultures is that they are, and even Elon Musk as the reincarnate of this Hermes person, is that they are serious. And even when I was doing them videos about the IQ, I said, do y'all realize that these people, I even said it, I'm jumping all over. I even said it after I went to Henry Ford Museum out in Dearborn, and I said I got infatuated obsessed with that picture, Something Lights Jubilee. Something Lights Jubilee. And I talked about that picture. I'm still dealing with that picture today. Y'all just don't know. Still working on it. And how all of those people, all those guests in that room, in that banquet hall, attending that that banquet that acknowledged the advancements and the contribution of, I think, Thomas Edison. So every last one of them, as I research, remember, was 262 guests or something depicted in the picture. So I've been, picking one here and there and researching each guest. Every last one was somebody who was influential. They were highly educated, either highly educated, highly decorated. They were more intellectually superior than the common Jane or Joe. They were. And they were all sitting in one room, and they were sitting there for a purpose. They say it was to commemorate, the excellence of Thomas Edison. It was not. That happened right before the market crash of the 1930s. Happened right before it, days before. So that was intentional. That was intentional. Um, they sat there and that's why I was bringing up that movie with Tom Hanks, Da Vinci Code or Angels, Demons, whatever, because the proof that we need is right before us. But we've been socially engineered to participate in foolery and to take life for granted. But the gods do not. All of these, I don't know, various archetypes. What do you call them? Archetypes? Or whatever they call it. Do not, and I say archetypes because they're not all gods. I don't think Hermes was a god. What was he? I got to go back and go deeper and find out what exactly is a Hermes. What is it? Is it an entity, an energy of consciousness? The one that bends wheel? Is that what he is? And now what manifests in that body? And that body kind of buckling uh, in order to contain that spirit and that consciousness. And when I say buckling, I mean autism, but it's holding on. It's holding on. Can't even tell that he, if I'm right, has any form of autism or some type of other debilitation. Can't tell. But it's some debilitation there, is what I'm saying. But you can't tell. And again, that's why he is a person that'll alienate himself. So when he goes through these um, the transformation he goes through when he's processing, nobody sees that. Nobody sees that magic and what actually takes place. So anywho, I done rambled on and on and on again. So yep, now I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you again for dropping by here to Can Angels Fly, Tarot, and more. Until next time, y'all. Bye. I'm coming right back too. Bye.